Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Connie Douglas and I'm from Great Stamping with Connie, and I want to welcome you to Lunch Break Live. We meet here every Thursday to do some crafting where we celebrate easy crafting, things that you can recreate at home and that you can have great success with. And we have another set of cards that I'm going to share with you today that hopefully allow you to do just that. It's a Christmas card, and I'm going to be honest, today's November 25th, so if you haven't started making your Christmas cards yet, you need to get on that, and you're going to need an easy layout that you can replicate quickly and yet still have beautiful handmade Christmas cards to share with family and friends. So that's what today is all about. I'm here to help. Never fear. You can do this. We are crafters. We can get it done. Maybe a late night or two, but that's not always bad. Some of us have been known to craft well into the wee hours, haven't we? So I am just going to flip this down so I can get it set up and get everything ready, and then we will get started. Okay. So we got a little bit of the sneak peeks going on here as I'm getting this set up. Whoops. You can see that I have a couple of the cards that I've made for today sitting here, and they are in fact easy to create and easy to replicate, so something that you can certainly do even if you haven't started yet. It's okay. We're gonna help you get through this. So I'm not sure if any of my American friends are joining us today, but if you are, happy Thanksgiving to you, and happy Thanksgiving or happy belated Thanksgiving, I guess, if you're watching this on a replay after Thanksgiving. I hope your turkey was yummy. So. Okay, I seem to have this a little bit twisted here today. Not sure what's up with the camera setting, but anyway, we're going to make sure I have everything in my view so you can see it. What I see on my phone and what you seem to be seeing on the screen don't necessarily match, but anyway. Okay, yes, look at that. Something's not showing quite the same way. See, technology again. There always has to be something, doesn't there? It can't ever be easy, but that's okay. We will persevere. We will do this. Okay, I'll just get this down here in case you want to copy down my website address, Great Stamping with Connie. And if you are not on my mailing list, I invite you to subscribe. I'd love to have you subscribe to my mailing list, and that way you will get notified of the projects that I've been working on in my craft studio, upcoming events, all sorts of wonderful things, sales and deals and all the rest of it. So head on over to Great Stamping with Connie and join my mailing list. Okay, time for some crafting. So these are the cards. I have made 2 samples. And you can see that it's just a great card to show off our beautiful designer series paper. You can use any designer series paper you like. This is from the Painted Christmas package, and that's what I will be using today as well. And these cards, as I said, are really easy if you want to replicate them. The designer series paper is a 2-inch strip, so you just cut your 12 by 12, you cut 2 inches off of one edge, and then you cut the length at 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, and then that leaves a 2 1/4 piece. So you end up with 3 pieces that are long and narrow, and then one that is closer to square, but it is not square. It's 2 1/4 by 2. Okay. Then you just select whatever cardstock you want, and you make it a 1/4 inch larger all around, and then you have your pieces ready to start. I have embossed my background pieces, and I have some different embossing that I'm going to use today on this first card. So I'm starting with a soft seafoam card base, And it is just a standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And just bring in my bone folder and give that a really nice crease. There's our card base. My next layer is Evening Evergreen, and it is 5 1/4 by 4. So that is going to layer onto the card base, leaving that lovely 1/4 inch border. And then here is the Designer Series paper and the background that I mentioned. So these again are going to layer on here with a 1/4 inch border all around. So just going to flip these over and bring in my liquid glue. Liquid glue is a great adhesive, especially if you are not confident about your placement on the paper. It does give you just an extra moment to wiggle after you set it down in case you don't have it where you like it. That one looks good to me though, so I'm just going to flip it over and give it a nice firm press to hold that down. And then we will get this one. So if you need lots of Christmas cards, as I said, this is a great layout. It is quick and easy. It's wonderful for an assembly line. You can cut up all your different Designer Series paper strips. You can cut background pieces in various colors, and then you can cut your base layer, and you can go ahead and emboss it if you have the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Embossing just adds a little bit extra touch. If you don't have one, well, if you don't have a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you should put that on your Christmas list. You get your family or your friends or somebody to get in touch with me, and we will do what we need to do to get a Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine under your Christmas tree for you this year. It's an awesome gift, so maybe ask hubby or someone that would normally buy you a gift. Tell them that you want a gift certificate from Great Stamping with Connie, so you can select all the items that you really want, or give them a list of all your favorites and they can order them and get them and wrap them up, and they'll be sitting under the tree waiting for you. How awesome would that be on Christmas morning? So here are my pieces that I'm going to put on, and you can put these anywhere you like. As you can see on this card, I've put them on angles, and on this card I've put them on straight. There's no right or wrong. You can mix or match. You can put one on an angle and one straight. Maybe we'll try something like that for this card, just to be different. You can put them on with dimensionals, or again, you can use your glue. I have put all of these flat, and I'll put this one flat as well. Maybe I'll pop the other one, the smaller piece up on dimensionals, just for a little different look. Got that on there, and then, yes, we'll just pop this piece up with some dimensionals. How's that? Okay, dimensionals, of course, you know those things that you put on your desk and then they disappear on you? Those things, yes. I had a chunk of them here not that long ago. Where did I put them? Okay, well, one moment. Here's some mini dimensionals. I'll just grab these because they were right on my other work table. Quick and easy, and they too will work. So I'll bring these in and get them onto here. There we go. Just get these papers off. Alrighty, and this one we said we were going to put on square, just for something different. So I'll stick that down there, and then, excuse me, bring in, I have cut a strip of basic white cardstock. This is just 1 1/4 inch wide, and I've just cut it at any old length because we are going to punch out the little sentiment piece. Here is my Evening Evergreen ink. Get this out of the way. We don't want ink getting on our finished card. And the sentiment that I'm using is Season's Greetings, and you will find that in the Penguin Place stamp set. This is the stamp set that we used last Thursday when we created our little penguins on the snowbank. So I'm using this again because it has this lovely little Season's Greeting sentiment stamp, and I think that's perfect for this card. If you have some winter birthdays or any time now, there's also a happy birthday sentiment in here. And believe it or not, I was actually reading the other day on Facebook that some people have the nerve to have a birthday at this time of year. You know, we're busy trying to get our Christmas cards made, and they're having a birthday, and of course that's a special day for them, so we want to be able to send them a nice birthday card, handmade birthday card. So while you're making Christmas cards with your Penguin Place stamp set, you could also make a birthday card, same stamp set. It's winter images, it's perfect. Actually stamped that on there. I'm just going to stamp a second one because I do have another card that I will put together here for us today. I think we have lots of time. This is a very quick card, so okay, just bring in my Stampin' Chamois here. Give this stamp a quick clean. So if you don't have a Stampin' Chamois, they are awesome for quick cleanups. You want to maybe put that on your Christmas list as well. So now I am using the double oval punch to punch out my sentiment, and that's partly why I did my sentiment piece as a strip, because you'll notice as I'm coming through here, when I put this into the bottom of the punch, if the cardstock was long, I would punch out the top piece as well, which I don't need, and this way I don't waste any additional cardstock. So, alrighty, there we go. That looks good. Give him a punch while I'm here. I will punch this guy out. Get him ready. There we go. And while I'm punching, I have some real red cardstock, and I am going to use that to punch out. I don't know whether this is large enough to get two ovals out of or not, but I have some backup cardstock if I need that. But I think if I do this, I can get both of the ovals out of this piece still. There we go. Perfect. Get rid of some of these bits that punched while I was doing that. Set that to the side, and now we can put the sentiment onto the background piece that we have. Sticky stuff, that tape runner. Okay, I'll just get that right down there. Might as well put them both together while we're at it, I guess. And this is how you can get an assembly line going as well. If you were making several of these cards, you would just have a few strips of your basic white cardstock, and then you could just stamp a number of sentiments. You could change up your sentiments, but stamp a number of them, then you punch them all out, you punch all your frames, and then you just line them all up and start sticking them all down. Okay, bring our card back and get these off of here. Now, where will we? I should have done this before I did that, but I think probably right up here, maybe towards this side a little bit. Get it straight, that would be helpful. It's hard, sometimes I find it difficult to get things straight when I'm putting it on something on an angle. My eyes play games with me. So, then I'm going to bring in my red rhinestone basic jewels, and we will just put a little bit of bling onto this guy because it's Christmas and because these are gems, and you know I love my gems, and because why not, right? So I'm just going to sprinkle these around. I'm putting them on the lightest piece of the designer series paper because I think they really popped there. The other piece is a little bit busier and you would still see them, but I just put them on there. So look at that, there we go. I forgot to mention I embossed this designer, or this cardstock with the I want to say pine tree, but let me just double check so I don't mess it up. Evergreen Forest. It's not called pine tree at all, but they could be pines. But this is the Evergreen Forest embossing folder, so hopefully you can see that there on the camera. It makes a lovely backdrop for holiday cards, or just anytime you're doing something sort of outdoorsy. We've got some greenery going on in this card, so it's appropriate for that one. So that's our card. And here I have another one. I have all the pieces cut out, so let's just put this one together. You can see this guy twice, and we can visit for a little bit longer. I hope you enjoy these lunch break videos. I hope you enjoy watching them as much as I enjoy making them. I love to get together with my crafting friends and just sort of spend a little time and catch up a little bit and see your comments, read your comments. And I also put these up onto YouTube, so feel free to go and watch the replays there. Share them with your friends. I always appreciate your referrals, and if you share the video with your friends and one of them is interested in making a purchase, lots of them, let's get lots of friends involved. Crafting with friends is always better. So if they are looking for supplies or a demonstrator, I would love to have them shop with me. And if they do shop with me, I have a special thank you gift that I would like to share with you, because I do appreciate people's referrals. And when you share my things with your friends, everybody wins. They find someone to get supplies from, and you get another friend crafting with you, and I find a new customer, and it's an awesome thing. Love it all. So, shall we do this one straight? What do we think? And then where do we put this? Maybe right in the middle, eh? How about that? That kind of works for me. We'll do that. And this time, I was thinking, okay, so I think that I will pop up this bottom one again with some dimensionals. So we will put this one down flat. I'm using the liquid glue here, and this time it's not as much so I can move it around. Certainly I can shift this around if I don't have it quite straight or something, but I have embossed this piece. You'll notice if I hold it up a little bit closer, I've embossed it with the Bark 3D embossing folder. And any of our 3D embossing folders they have quite deep embossing marks, which are wonderful. It adds amazing texture to your projects. But sometimes the tape runner then sits just on the top edges, and it doesn't hold your pieces down as well as liquid glue, because the liquid glue, of course, can ooze into all the little crevices. So when I'm putting something onto a piece of cardstock that is, certainly when it's heavily embossed, but lots of times just if it's embossed at all, I will use the liquid glue, because then I know I have adhesive in all the nooks and crannies. So We don't want someone to open up their Christmas card and have it be Christmas bits and pieces. The wrapping paper makes enough mess. We don't need to be adding to their Christmas time mess, do we? So, and hopefully your card is arriving before Christmas. And if they're having company over the holidays, they're trying to clean the house, not make the house messy. So don't get in the naughty books with your friends and contribute to bits and pieces all over their house. There we go. Okay, so this time when I add this sentiment, it is sitting on top of a piece that is already raised with dimensionals, and so I don't know whether you can see, but it sort of rocks back and forth. If I were to put dimensionals on the whole back of this, it would be uneven. So I'm going to put dimensionals on this side only, the part that is on the lower edge. I'm going to put a dimensional right there, and then I'm going to just use some tape runner on this side so that it sits flat on this piece that is already raised with a dimensional. That's just a little trick you want to do if you were ever going over, different layers that are at different heights. So now you can see it's all, it would attach better if I took the piece off of, I forgot to take the backing off of this little dimensional. Okay, so is that my one mistake for today? Everybody gets one free moment, right? There we go. And look, oh, look, now it's stuck down. Isn't that incredible how that works when you do it properly? But it's also even. It's flat. Okay, so I'm just going to flip that over, and we will get some adhesive onto the back so we can attach it to our card base. And put it down here. So I mentioned that if you have a nice wish list that you've been hanging on to, you could share that with family and friends if they want to know exactly what you'd like to receive for Christmas, and that would be wonderful. But if you have a long Christmas list, as so many of us do, because there's so many wonderful coordinating products, but if that is the case, I have an awesome opportunity for you. You can join Stampin' Up! As a demonstrator. You could be part of the Great Stamping Believers team. I'd love to have you. And right now, but only for a few more days, this promotion ends at the end of November. But until the end of November, you can get the starter kit for just $100. So that is $165 worth of product that you would get. You would pay only $100 for it. Shipping is included, so it is an awesome deal. You can choose whatever products you wish. It's completely customizable, and you don't have to do anything at all after that. You would become a demonstrator, but as a demonstrator, you don't need to demonstrate. You can just use that to get a discount on everything that you purchase. You will get at least 20% off of everything you purchase. And if you sell to some family or friends that you're crafting with, you would earn 20% commission on their purchases. So there is absolutely no obligation to hold classes or do events or do any of the things that I do. You don't have to build a team if that's not your jam. You don't have to do that either. But lots and lots of people join just to get a discount on their products, and lots of those people over time do tend to change up what they're doing, and they do start to share classes and things a little bit more. But lots don't too, so it's completely up to you. But that is until the end of November only. So again, head over to Great Stamping with Connie, and at the top you will see a button that says Join Now, or reach out and message me. I'd love to chat with you about joining the Great Stampin' Believers team. We are a wonderful, friendly group of crafters. We love to share. We love to craft together. We love to chit-chat, and there's a wide variety of crafters. Some do, straightforward cards like these. Others do some that are crazy stepped up, lots of bits and pieces and layers and designs and folds and everything. So we're always sharing lots of different ideas and lots of inspiration. So went a little bit longer than some days, but we're still under half an hour. So hopefully you have enjoyed these cards. And if you do still need to make cards, and lots of cards, as I mentioned, you can see here, look, I have a bunch of stuff that I have cut and it's ready to go. So I've started to layer some of these things, but I've got my backings, and these are not layered yet. They're just cut out. Okay. Did an extra greeting while I was at it. So I just put them in a box, and then, while you're watching TV or something, you can just glue bits and pieces together or whatever you like. But it's a great way to get lots of cards made quickly, and they are beautiful. How can you not love these gorgeous handmade Christmas cards? So there's today's idea. I hope you enjoyed it. Do leave me a comment and let me know that you've watched this. And I will see you all next week at noon for lunch break. Have a great week, everyone. Bye for now.